welcome back to Top Rope Reality, episode 20,
Part
3. A big celebration cause we know what you love. It's the one, it's the only Countdowns!
You love them.
Woo!
That's right. You love countdowns, and we got plenty for you.
But before we begin with the countdown, let's give you a little rundown of what just happened on Battleground.
Countdown Battleground. All right.
And rundown.
There you go. We just had Cameron versus Naomi.
She cheated! She cheated!
She did. Cameron cheated to beat Naomi. She pulled the tights with a schoolgirl.
Wearing a school outfit.
Schoolgirl outfit, one with the schoolgirl, and pulled the tights. So we'll see a rematch on that one.
Tomorrow night on Raw.
Raw, probably, yes. So we're going to continue on and finish up the top 50 most beautiful people in sports entertainment history.
Yes.
Already a very weird list.
And instead of just doing 5, we're going to do all, we're going to knock it out.
We're going to do the last 10, we're just going to go finish it up.
So I'm going to do 10 through 6, and he's going to take the top 5
That's
there.
right.
So let me go ahead and hear number 10. She is a beauty. She still is a beauty. Tori Wilson. Number 9, a crazy girl now.
She is a little weird.
She got what she wanted when she was sane. I don't know what she gets now. It's the lovely Sunny. A woman who will wrestle tonight.
That's right.
She will defend her Divas Championship. AJ Lee, coming number 8. Number 7, the longest legs in the business, Stacy Keibler.
There you go.
And now a dude.
It made that list a little weird.
It did. But only one dude compared to the last time when it was all dudes.
True.
Coming in number 6. The girls love him. Don't know why. Randy Legend Killer Orton.
There you go. Number 5. The man who has made a ton of money in the movies. His name is The Rock.
My elbow pad.
There's no elbow pad. Number 4. Eve.
Eve.
I don't know. Strange.
Not even Marie, thank goodness.
I didn't think Eve was going to be that high, but all right. Like that good on the list, but all right. Number 3, Trish Stratus.
Stratusfaction.
Apparently, this one man is better looking than all the other men and all the other women.
Oh, they love him.
Ladies and gentlemen, apparently the best hair in the business.
Yes.
Roman Reigns is number 2 in the most beautiful people in sports entertainment history. A little weird.
Because I'd love to see and hope he makes it rain. I know.
Look at that, a little weird, but all
They
right.
are. It's all over the place. All the big signs on Raw. Make it rain. Make it rain.
I don't want to know what they're talking about.
I don't know either, but they want to make it rain.
Number 1 in the top 50 most beautiful people in sports entertainment history is the one and only First Lady of Wrestling, Miss Elizabeth.
And that's a nice list. That works out
That
pretty well.
works out that she's number 1. All right, then we're going to continue on and finish on the 15 most underrated stables of all time. So far, we have the Union, the York Foundation, La Familia, Natural Born Thrillers, Right to Censor, the Stud Stable, the Straight Edge Society, the Jersey Triad, the King Booker's Court, the Flock, the Un-Americans, and the NWO Wolfpack.
But coming in at number 3 is the Triple Threat.
You had Shane Douglas, Bam Bam Bigelow, Chris Candido, and Francine.
Very good group. Number 2, the $1 Million Corporation.
You had the $1 Million Man, Nikolai Volkov, Bam Bam Bigelow, IRS, Tatanka, King Kong Bundy, Sid, and the Ringmaster, Steve Austin.
A lot of people had it.
It was.
And number 1 on the most underrated stables of all time is the Dangerous Alliance, led by Paul E. Dangerously, better known now as Paul Heyman.
Right. And he had Rick Rude, Arn Anderson, Bobby Eaton, Steve Austin, Larry Savisco, and Medusa in his group. What a faction that was.
It was. It's very good.
And then we've got a new one, the 10 moments.
No, hold on for a minute.
Okay.
We did not get a countdown this week because they were showing a special on CM Punk.
Very odd.
CM Punk this week, so they preempted countdowns. But we still have a lot of countdowns for you, but we don't have one from the network. So let's go and get to the
10 moments you never expected to see in the WWE.
Coming in number 10, Shawn Michaels returns from a career-ending back injury. I remember that.
Yes,
It's like 4 years or more.
it was. Number 9, Ric Flair brings the real world title to the WWE.
Him and Bobby Heenan kept promoting it on Primetime Wrestling week after week after week, and he showed up, and there was the belt, and your jaw hit the floor because you can't believe. You go, that's a WCW belt.
It's true.
That's on WTV.
And
How
had
can they
never-
do that?
And they never talked about the competition.
No, but
before
he
that.
brought the big gold belt with him.
He did. Number 8, Brock Lesnar returns to WWE and attacks John Cena.
Well, this one is number 7. It didn't have a big enough kick like it did in WCW,
That's right.
but it still was worth every picture you saw and every word they said.
That's right.
The NWO invades WWE when Vince McMahon wanted to kill his own creation.
That's right. The cancer. He wanted to bring the cancer. Number 6, The Rock returns to face John Cena in their first encounter at WrestleMania.
Number 5 is something you would have bet money years ago that you never would have seen this. But in the ring, at the same time, you had Vince McMahon, Eric Bischoff, and Paul Heyman.
Yep. And number 4, this is something I never thought I would ever see. Bruno Sammartino. He accepted a WWE Hall of Fame induction. A man that was very vocal against the company, and he came back and went into the WWE Hall of Fame.
I think that has to do a lot with Hunter. A lot of things that are happening that you wouldn't think would happen, I think that has to do with Hunter being the wrestler and compared to Vince McMahon being the businessman.
That's it.
Coming in number 3, Mr. McMahon again, but this time he is on Raw and he hugs Eric Bischoff.
Yep.
The man who tried to put him out of business. He's up there and they're hugging like they're relatives.
It's true. Number 2, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart reconcile in the WWE ring after, I believe, like 12 years.
Yeah, 12 to 14. Something like that. And number 1 of the 10 moments you never expect to see in the WWE, Shane McMahon appears on Monday Nitro.
That was huge. I remember that.
I do
It's
too.
huge.
I mean, it was all night. You had both TVs there. You had Jeff Jarrett. You had on WCW TV. You had Vince from the WTV. And then when he thought he had WCW, Shane McMahon had signed
That's right.
WCW.
And now we have the 10 WrestleMania matches that almost happened. Number 10, WrestleMania 17, Mr. McMahon taking on Mick Foley. Number 9, IRS, the Head Shrinkers, Rick Martel, and Jeff Jarrett taking on Tatanka, the Smoking Guns, Bob Holly, and the 1-2-3 Kid at WrestleMania 10. That doesn't bother me that it didn't happen.
Now, number 8
Should have
happened. Should have been that WrestleMania.
WCW should not have had that opportunity to be able to
No.
do that first.
It should have been WWE and it should have been WrestleMania. But instead, we got 2 separate matches.
Yep.
And the world title wasn't even defending the main event. It was a secondary main event.
Yep.
But it was Ric Flair versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 8.
That's right. It did not happen, though. Number 7, Mike Tyson taking on Triple H in a boxing match at WrestleMania 17. I did not know that was supposed to be going on.
I always thought it was going to be Tyson and Austin. They kept saying Tyson and Austin.
Yeah.
Never ever heard of this one. And I don't know if I really want to see
Yeah,
Hunter.
not really.
I think it would have been better. And not a boxing match. But have Austin and Tyson would have been much better.
Number 6 was Razor Ramon taking on Goldust in a Miami Street fight at WrestleMania 12.
And that turned into being Goldust taking on Piper in a Hollywood Backstreet brawl, you know? So, number 5 was Big Show taking on Shaq.
I wanted to
We
see
thought that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, they teased it a lot on Raw.
A lot.
And nothing happened.
And then we have John Cena taking on Jay-Z and Fabulos in a battle rap at WrestleMania 19, coming in at number 4. I'm glad you didn't see it.
That would be pitiful. Number 3, Kane versus X-Pac at WrestleMania 2000.
Yeah, they had a long little feud there, didn't they?
They did.
Number 2 was Mankind versus Vader at WrestleMania 13.
I think that would have been a great match.
Yeah. Number 1, everybody's wanted to see this match. But instead we got Hollywood Hogan and The Rock at WrestleMania 18, correct?
Yes.
Yes, it was supposed to be Stone Cold Steve Austin, but apparently the creative could not agree upon who was winning, who was losing.
Right.
Sad.
But the bad thing, I mean, we got this match we're never going to see.
Yep.
Austin Hogan, WrestleMania, anytime.
Yeah.
We're never going to see that one.
Never.
And I believe we're getting to a point where there's one match that people want to see for years and years and years. I know we may, next year will be it. If
Yep.
it doesn't happen next year, it's never going to happen.
And that'll be on the list. And that's Sting and
that will be
Undertaker.
Sting and Undertaker.
That's true.
Well, let's get up to the 10 biggest busts in WWE
I like
history.
this list.
There's a lot of busts here.
There are. Number 10 was Kenzu Sasaki.
Yep,
Could've been good.
They just can't, you know.
They don't do well with the Japanese stars
They do
for
not do
some
well, no.
reason. Number 9, Heidenreich. Heidenreich.
Oh, Lord. Coming number 8 was Nathan Jones.
He could have done something now.
And number 7 was Mordecai, which that gimmick could have got over if it was done right.
Yeah. He went on to do a vampire gimmick. So number 6, Gene Snitsky. It wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault he punted that baby.
That's right.
It wasn't his
Number 5, Chris Masters. If he wasn't doing all the drugs and got in trouble for the enhancement drugs he was taking, had to lose all the weight, it might have helped him. Number 4, Mabel. I like him better as Viscera anyway.
Yeah, King Mabel. I mean, he had his he got a title shot.
He
He
did.
won the King of the Ring, but it's
did.
just he was in their eyes he still was a bust. Number 3, Bobby Lashley. I can kind of see this. You know, Bobby Lashley had a lot of potential.
He did. He was in
but
a WrestleMania match with Umaga.
He just didn't get over the hump.
Right.
I mean, he is in TNA.
He is.
He's the World
He's
Heavyweight
the world
Champion.
champion. Number
Oh,
2 was Mr. Ken Kennedy, now Mr. Anderson in TNA.
Injuries.
Injuries plagued him so bad that it was done for him. And number 1, a man who the original person is no longer with the company, but
Nope.
we have another person on the mask, and it's now just a jobber character.
Pretty much.
And that is Sin Cara,
Yep.
the
Sin
man
Cara.
with no face.
The man with no face, yes. Well, that is it for this week of Countdowns.
That's right.
On our big 20th episode, our big celebration of Top Rope Reality. And we'll be right back for part 4.
Some WWE news.
WWE, TNA, and Ring of Honor, and a little NXT news. We got it all here. And we'll let you know what's happening on Battleground on the network when we return right here on YouTube for Top Rope Reality.